It's claimed that depression affects an estimated 33 to 35 million U.S. adults at some point during their lifetime. The symptoms are numerous, like trouble focusing, sadness, irritability, hopelessness, trouble sleeping, weariness, feeling worthless or guilty for no reason, major weight change, and or disinterest in your favorite activities. This list was adapted from a website of one of those drugs that you see advertised every night during your favorite TV show. You know, the one with the sad-looking people with their bags under their eyes, standing there with their arms folded, gazing out into nowhere. And then an announcer comes on and tells them that there's hope if they just talk to their doctor about Abiliprose or something like that. Now my question is this: who here hasn't suffered episodes of one or more of those symptoms in their lifetimes? I don't see any raised hands. So I'm thinking this, that the number of people who really need medication to get out from their depression is actually a much smaller number than the number of those actually gulping down those expensive pills for 6 months or even for a lifetime. Now, listen, I'm not saying that people with serious depression don't need pharmaceuticals to help them cope. Many do. Please hear me say that. But what I am saying is that far too many people turn to drugs when they should turn to themselves and decide to do something about their own malaise. Someone said depression is a prison where you are both the suffering prisoner and the cruel jailer. Well, my goodness, if that's the case, then there's a good many people just allowing that cruel jailer to have his or her way. Several years ago, I had a guy working for me whose wife suffered from depression. And she went to a therapist, and he told her the answer to her problem was to take a walk every day. And you know what? She did. And pretty soon, she was out of her depression. His prescription for her was much more effective than drugs, and the only side effects from her daily walks was a healthier body. Dr. Wayne Dyer said, depression is inertia. The famous Rollo May said, depression is the inability to construct a future. I say that we have far too many people popping Prozac when they should be taking a walk. But there's another possible cure for depression that you might consider. Forgiveness. Forgive those who have wronged you, no matter how bad the hurt. You know who they are, you know how they hurt you, and you know how bad it feels. Now it's time to forgive them and to stop reopening the same painful wounds over and over again. Until you forgive them, you will live under their control. You will be in their prison, even if they are dead. Then once you've forgiven them, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the stupid things you've done, even the really, really stupid things you've done. You're a human, and humans make mistakes. They even commit unspeakable sins against their God and their mate and their parents and their children. Self-condemnation will place you in a prison faster than the gavel of a hanging judge. So ask those you have wronged for their forgiveness. Then ask God to forgive you. And after that, take a long walk and forgive yourself. What could possibly go right if you decide to no longer live down and out and in depression? Why, you'll be up and in. I'm Ron Ross, the Mile High Motivator, coming to you from my home office in Denver, Colorado. I'll see you next time for the next edition of the Motivation